Welcome back. Let's do example 5. We're given that 2 sine squared theta plus cos theta minus 1 is equal to 0. Determine the general solution of the equation. Right, if we check here, we have sine squared theta and cos theta. We have to create an equation that will have one type of a trig ratio. Right, we can change this sine squared theta to become 1 minus cos squared theta. Remember that sine squared theta is equal to 1 minus cos squared theta. So we can replace sine squared theta with 1 minus cos squared theta. So it becomes 2, and then 1 minus cos squared theta, then plus cos theta minus 1 is equal to 0. Let's distribute 2. It becomes 2 minus 2 cos squared theta, then plus cos theta minus 1 is equal to 0. Right, we can simplify this, becomes negative 2 cos squared theta plus cos theta, the negative 1 plus 2, that should be positive 1, is equal to 0. Right, usually I divide everything by negative 1 when it's like this, so that the coefficient, like in this case of cos squared theta, becomes positive 2. So let's divide everything by negative 1. So it becomes 2 cos squared theta minus cos theta minus 1 is equal to 0. If you can work with this equation, it's fine. Right, and then from here, we have to factorize. If factorization is giving you problems, you can even use the quadratic formula, okay, to get your cos theta. Right, and then also, if this is confusing you, you can say let cos theta be equal to, let's say, k, right, and then it becomes 2k squared minus k minus 1 is equal to 0. People can factorize easy when it's like this, okay? But if you can factorize like this, is fine. The coefficient of cos squared theta here is 2. We cannot use a shorter way of factorization here. We may have different methods. If you have your own way of factorizing this, please do so. What I usually do, I start by multiplying this term with this term. And then what we get? 2 cos squared theta times negative 1 is negative 2 cos squared theta. Then I look for the factors of negative 2 cos squared theta. That will give us negative cos theta if we add them or subtract them. So this should be negative 2 cos theta and cos theta, like 1 cos theta. Just check negative 2 and 1. If you say negative 2 times 1, we'll get negative 2. Negative 2 cos theta plus 1 will give us negative 1 cos theta. So this is what we're going to use. Okay, right. So it becomes 2 cos squared theta, then minus 2 cos theta, then plus cos theta minus 1 is equal to 0. But like I said, you can use the quadratic formula here. Just use the quadratic formula if it's going to be faster. Your a is equal to 2, your b is equal to negative 1, and your c is equal to negative 1. So let's factorize here. It will be 2 cos theta, and then 2 cos squared theta divided by 2 cos theta. That will be cos theta. Negative 2 cos theta divided by 2 cos theta is negative 1. And then here we can factor out positive 1. Then we have cos theta minus 1 like this is equal to 0. We have a common bracket. We can factor it out. So cos theta minus 1. And then if you say this whole thing divided by cos theta minus 1, will remain with 2 cos theta. Then this whole thing divided by cos theta minus 1 will remain with 1. Okay, is equal to 0. So therefore, cos theta is equal to 1, or cos theta is equal to negative 1 over 2, like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you two methods that we usually do. We're going to use the formula method, and then after that, we're going to do the quadrant method. Let's start with the formula method. Let's start with cos theta is equal to 1. For cos theta is equal to 1. And then also here we're going to have for cos theta is equal to negative 1 over 2, right? Remember, for cos theta, our general solution will be theta is equal to positive or negative reference angle, then plus 360 degrees times k, where k is an integer, like that. Okay, remember that. So that's what we're going to use when you're using the formula method. Let's start with cos theta is equal to 1. Reference angle in this case is going to be arc cos 1, and then you're getting 0 degrees. That's the reference angle. And then for cos theta is equal to negative 1 over 2, reference angle is going to be arc cos negative 1 over 2, which is equal to 120 degrees. Okay, so for this side, it's going to be theta is equal to positive or negative 0 degrees plus 360 degrees times k, where k is an integer. Right, so you just remain with theta is equal to 360 degrees times k, where k is an integer, like that. For cos theta is equal to negative 1 over 2, our reference angle is 120 degrees, so it's going to be theta is equal to positive or negative 120 degrees, then plus 360 degrees times k, where k is an integer. So we have this, and then we have this. Let's use the quadrant method, and then we have cos theta is equal to 1. We found that reference angle is equal to arc cos 1, which gave us 0 degrees. So 0 degrees is like a positive angle. So where is cos positive? It is in the first and the fourth quadrant. In the first quadrant, we have our acute angle. So it's going to be just our reference angle there. In the fourth quadrant, remember, it's 360 degrees minus the acute angle. So it's going to be 360 degrees minus reference angle, right? So that's what I'm going to use there. So it's going to be theta is equal to, our reference angle is 0 degrees, and then plus 360 degrees times k, where k is an integer. So this reduces to just theta is equal to 360 degrees times k, where k is an integer. Then fourth quadrant is going to be theta is equal to 360 degrees minus reference angle, which is what? Which is 0 degrees. Then plus 360 degrees times k, where k is an integer, right? And then this reduces to 360 degrees plus 360 degrees times k. For cos theta is equal to negative 1 over 2. Please take note, when you're using the quadrant method, ignore the negative sign here of the ratio first. Just find your reference angle using, like in this case, 1 over 2. So it's going to be arc cos 1 over 2, which will give you 60 degrees. Right, then this sign, the negative sign, is assisting you in identifying the quadrants. So we have the quadrants cast diagram. Where is cos negative? Cos is negative in the second and third quadrant. Then second quadrant will be 180 degrees minus our acute angle, in this case reference angle. And then third quadrant is 180 degrees plus the acute angle, in this case is reference angle. Okay, so we have quadrant 2 and quadrant 3. Let's start with quadrant 2. So it's going to be theta is equal to 180 degrees minus 60 degrees. 60 degrees being our reference angle, and then plus 360 degrees times k, where k is an integer, right? And then we can simplify this. Theta is equal to 120 degrees, then plus 360 degrees times k, where k is an integer, right? And then we do the third quadrant. Is going to be theta is equal to 180 degrees plus 60 degrees, being the reference angle there, and then plus 360 degrees times k, where k is an integer. And then 180 degrees plus 60 degrees, that is 240 degrees. So if theta is equal to 240 degrees plus 360 degrees times k, where k is integer. So we have this, we have this, we have this, we have this one here, And then we have this one here. And then here there are actually two. The one with positive 120 degrees and the other one with negative 120 degrees. Right, if you chose the formula method, your solution was going to look like this. And then if you chose the quadrant method, your solution was going to look like this.